You may be surprised to learn that achieving financial independence is not only quantifiable but also well defined. In fact, there are more than just 2 levels of wealth beyond financial independence. And according to Grant Sabater, there are 7 distinct levels of wealth, and it's crucial to understand your current position so that you can take concrete steps towards financial freedom, starting with the initial first level of dependence. If you're in this level, it's likely you partially depend or fully depend on someone else providing for you. People that fit this bucket are usually children, teenagers, or even those who have graduated from university. So if you're being supported by your parents, then technically you're considered a dependent. This phase usually lasts until you're able to make your own money and to start paying your own bills. And most people will probably get to this stage. The next stage is known as level 2, which is survival. This survival level is as its name suggests, and that's getting your bearings and being able to pay off your bills without falling into debt. As of right now, 34% of Britons are reportedly living paycheck to paycheck, which would then suggest that 34% of the UK population belong in this survival stage. It's where most of your paycheck is going towards your expenses. So then increasing your skills and your expertise in your field could lead to higher pay increases. But sometimes that's not even the problem. Sometimes it could just be you don't have enough time in the specific field that you're in. But as your experience goes up, it's likely that you'll get paid more in your job. So at this level, we need to focus on controlling our spending, because that's the one thing we can actually control on our own. So a good exercise for you to do is to actually look at the last 3 months of your statements. And from there, you can just figure out your average spend per category. And this should give you some idea and awareness of where your money is going each month. Now, this level is a very common level that you'll find most people in. However, if you're careful and disciplined with building your financial skills, then you can go into the next level. And level 3 is financial stability. In the stability stage, you can weather any unexpected expense. You probably make good enough money that you're saving enough money to lead a good quality life. And this may include a few holidays per year. And in terms of financial planning, you're probably able to plan for the next half year or so. But anything beyond that stage might be a bit too far-sighted, and you're not able to do that. So at the stability level, you likely have 3 characteristic traits. The first one is that you have an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. And this is so important just in case you lose your job, because it means you have some time to get back on track. Number 2 is that you aren't living paycheck to paycheck anymore, and you can easily pay your bills and have some money left over. And number 3 is that you've started to think about saving for retirement. So you've probably created some sort of retirement accounts, or you're saving for big purchases like a down payment on a house. And at this level, you've still got to take the right steps to ensure financial independence later on, because you might carry some student loan debt or other debts still at this stage. It's also worth pointing out that it takes a really long time to graduate from each of these levels. For example, you might be in level 2 for quite some time, and that could be 5 to 10 years, and then level 3 for another 5 to 10 years. But as you build up your financial knowledge, your savings and investments, then you can easily graduate to each of these levels. Level 4 is financial security. This means you can pay off your bills with ease and you're not worried about it. It's at this point that you're not really focused on how much bills cost anymore, and you're really just more focused on accumulating your wealth within your investment portfolio. It also means that we're getting to a point that if you lose your job to 6 to 12 months, it's not going to cause a massive effect on you. It's important to note that financial security doesn't really come from just having a high income. In fact, some people with a high income don't even feel financially secure. A study in February looked at those who were making over 6 figures per year and found that nearly 50% of them still live paycheck to paycheck, which would mean that they're still living in the level 2 stage of wealth in this video. So then financial security would come from a place where you have a relatively high income for what your expenses are, and so it means you're probably living far below your means. Now, having financial security is nice, but it still differs quite a bit from the next level, and that's independence. This is level 5 and often a goal for most people, because by its definition it means that your investments are fully funding your lifestyle. You'll hear about communities like FIRE, which stand for Financial Independence Retire Early Community, and their specific passion is to be able to live off their investments. Technically you are retired at this point and work is optional. However, many people at this point still choose to work, but their work is going to be entirely up to them and not on someone else's terms. This stage is also defined as having most of your debts, or if not all of your debts, paid off already. So that could mean your mortgage, as well as having enough savings for your kids in the future. And it also means that every financial obligation that you could possibly think of is covered at this stage. And the only thing that you're actually worrying about are your own living expenses, and if your expenses are being paid off by your investment income. And that's when you can consider yourself financially independent. You may reach this level one day, and if you're able to stay diligent and disciplined, you might be able to go to the next level. And so level 6 is financial freedom, and this is the second to last level, but it's going to be the last level for the vast majority of people out there. And the characteristics of financial freedom is that you have the freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want, because at this point you're living life to your maximum in your investments or fully funding your lifestyle. And that just means you can live your preferred lifestyle without ever having to worry about when you're going to run out of money. That means you're taking nice holidays around the world, and it means you have enough money to afford the luxuries that you want. So you wake up and you can be really comfortable, and you know there'll be no mental strains or worries about financial obligations. So at this level, you're really focused on how you can spend your time to bring you the most happiness and fulfillment. And the final level, which is level 7, is financial abundance. Financial abundance is a completely different type of wealth territory, and it's likely it'll take you a very long time to achieve this level. Or if you are young, it's likely you got a big payout or a lot of money from selling a company or going through an IPO or something like that. It's at this point that we are way past financial freedom, and if you're financially abundant, you're likely thinking about how you want to leave your legacy or your mark on the world. For these people, money is no object at this point, and you'll likely have more money than you'll ever need. Now, those are the 7 different levels of wealth. Now take a think about which level of wealth you are currently in. If you'd like to learn more about these topics, you may like to check out my other video over here.